Doki Doki Literature Club this time, based on the Trust. So, let's get into it. I wonder if this will be any different to the main story. Well, it's got nothing to do with the base main story, so... Ooh, there's the houses. There's the wall. That's the stairs. Looks like a vision. That's the classroom of the club. Okay, everyone. Literature club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? I missed the bear club. I feel worse every day that passes without anyone coming in. I really start to lose confidence. Monica is the only member of the in the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica was at one of her flyers. The headline is literature. To literature enough to pick it off. What? To pick it over there. Oh, the club interests. Ah, right, I get it now. I can't just rely on people with literature. Sell them vision. A vision. But what kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. It's so quiet, the noise of the air. Consider it's soothing. Consider is soothing. Come on, put your tongue out. Blah, blah. Hello? Yui! You crazy bitch. Suddenly a voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I never do this. Is this the napkin club? Is this the napping club? No, this is... Monica pauses suddenly, embarrassed to admit that this is in fact the literature club. This is the literature club? Yay, I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologise. I do that all the time. Oh? Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more members and working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, it means I get to be vice president. Oh God. Wait, vice president? What's your qualifications? Oh God, it's like a job interview. Well, I'm better at napping than you. Maybe I should be president. Oh, I like this. This must be how these two met. No, you're just making fun of me. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. What was your name? Sayori. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really, really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but I'm really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know. I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I don't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I'd make a terrible vice president.
I mean, I'm sure that Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm sorry that this isn't like a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after I found a few more members, at least?
Well, no. I want to join now.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I could tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing and you should be proud of it, you know. Let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so...
Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. You're just trying to cheer me up. Well, I didn't say... And she glances at Flavia and realizes that her name is already written on it.
So, what do we do first?
Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try come up with some new ideas to recruit club members.
I can do that.
Cool. I need to put some more thought into my vision of the club. You know, like a mission.
My mission is to make everybody happy.
Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it.
Hey, do you like hugs?
I guess so. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug and then lets go.
Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides,
Sayori whimpers loudly.
hug everybody is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy.
Oh, sorry, wrong person. Hug energy. Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirit lifted. Maybe it's just because she's finally found another club member, but, well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think really hard tonight about how to get more people.
Yeah, me too. A day passes and the time comes to the Literature Club. Monica and Sayori to reconverse. As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room, but she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining? No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday, but I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly Sayori comes bouncing through the door. In her hand she's holding a sheet of paper.
Sorry I'm late. I'm here.
It's okay, welcome back.
And
Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet into Monica's desk. Oh,
what's this?
Take my hand. Take my hand. Take my hand. Take me forward. Take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step. Caution me to watch my step, so I can look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me. When I look up to you, the more I look forward, the more I look up. The more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Oh, that's nice.
Hey, this is really good.
You wrote this, Sayori?
Of course. Wait, no. That's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed.
Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members.
Oh, so this is what you meant to show me.
But I'm curious, how do you write poetry off? I'm just curious now. Do you write poetry often?
I do, but I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good at it as you are.
Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry, and I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again a week later, and I write it, and I'm like,
whoa, this was stupid.
I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be, or something like that.
So you should have more confidence in yourself. You're such a club president.
I guess you're not wrong there. I need to be, like, set a good example, or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that.
Doing what?
You know, like sharing poems and writing and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would love that. It's such a good... Sorry about that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know. It's like we have so much emotions that we can express to other people, usually. But you can write. You can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision of the club. So I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident.
Me too.
I felt embarrassed at first, but now I feel kind of good. Now if someone else read it, I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'd love that. Oh jeez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over the recruitment brainstorm together?
My brainstormed so hard.
It was like a brain... What? It's like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster.
Sayori, that's terrible. Ah. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make tea cakes. Make cupcakes. I was hungry. But it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when would we have a chance to give people tea cakes? Sorry, cupcakes, not tea cakes. What am I about? You know, like when someone comes into the club. What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm like kind of worried that would bring in the wrong kind of people, you know. Wrong kinds? People will come just for the cupcakes and then leave. Nobody would do that. That would be mean. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature, even if they don't know it yet. Let's see, the next thing on the list: hunting for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know, like in the morning or during lunch. We tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is like, what if most people who read books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we know if they just read for fun? Well, we could ask them, but then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh yeah, next idea is to hand out flyers rather than just put them up on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful. I never said you weren't. I just need to think what would tell people we're handing them out. I don't want just to be like, join the literature club. 1 second, I'm just gonna get a drink. The throat's getting dry. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it's supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision of the club. Okay. So Harry, pretend you're a lower person for a second. Oh god. Wait, I don't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of the literature club? Probably like, literature's stupid. I'm joining the anime club. What the heck? Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. Okay, what if I said that we were like, do ground reading, do group reading and discuss it together? I would probably nap through that. What do you say, Ari? What do you say, Ari? Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. You need to really catch their interest, you know. Huh?
sucks. Why is this so hard?
Monica, don't be sad.
What do you like about literature, Sayori?
Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in a way you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking. Talking to your friends. I mean, we all have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We could be like, express your true self. Be intimate with us. Okay, that's kind of... just kidding. Oh my gosh! What is it? I forgot all about the things in my classroom. I must have gotten too excited I'd rushed here. Silly me. Rush? But weren't? Ah, never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? I forget if I don't do it now. Oh well, I'll wait for you then. Okay. It'll only take a second. Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join a literature club. Write the way into your heart. Whoa. That's lame. Monica! Huh? You startled me. Oh, you startled me. Sorry. Wait, it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Let's hurry and recruit her. Wait. Are you sure she's not just doing homework? I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. She was really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart from the classroom, and Sayori leading the way. Leading the way. This way. I don't have to run. You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monica over to the particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See, in here. Monica peeps through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intensely reading a book. I think this might be Yuri. I feel like a creep doing this. You should go inside to talk to her. Me? You're the president. And I would probably scare her away. Okay, fine, I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath and then timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. My gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why, what happened? Well, I entered the classroom and she didn't even look up from her book. So I kind of just left the flyer on her desk and then walked out. That's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now?
two head back to the club room, Sayori feeling rather accomplished, and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resumed their strategy meeting. They discuss visitors via different kind of recruitment tactics from professionals to from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list, and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two end up in a spot then from where they begun. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get to the new members. Hey, what's this?
Sayori peeps at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself,
Join a literature club? Right the way into your heart? That's so cute.
I thought it was a little overdramatic. Sayori pauses, thinks for a moment.
You don't think you... Like... Not...
Doing nothing wrong. Would you call yourself a president? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go. And it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But I think in the end it helps me try my hardest at everything, so I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it into exactly how we expression it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of it diverting from that, the vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her fingers against her sheet of paper. Right the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course. But I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori smiles. So soft. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. You're really going to make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. and the only movement is the afternoon sunlight trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home.
You tell me you're the president. In that case, today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too.
Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still.
Oh, I can wait.
That's alright. I just want some alone time.
In that case.
Sayori leaves and has... What? Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monika.
Good luck.
Monika smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the classroom. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides it was something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something that I could use to help lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that. Because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who forced to always smile and blend in. The person who forces to be perfect. Monika suddenly noticed a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? I hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monika opens the folder to check. Poems? It's a folder of poems. Become the flower. A feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The colour, the scent, it's so pretty in my hair. Every day I pluck some flowers as thought they grow just for me. A lifetime of peace and our instrument yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck every day. Pluck, pluck, pluck. So pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die. And you too. Okay, that's a bit creepy. Feet. A flower stands alone. Freeing it from its clinging roots, causing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But what end? I look in never distraction. I look in every direction, and the field I stand in. The what? The pauperous field is a barren wasteland, the fruit of my labour, the carnage of my joy. And that is why I've decided I must become the flower. Oh, bless her. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty sweet, that. She basically... Sorry, by one sec. Basically what she means by that is that because she's picked all the flowers and she thinks she's took all the joy from everyone, she's got to be the all them the people up. So now when she sees a person in that field, she walks up to them and picks them up. She basically she wants to make them happy. What the? Wait. Sayori? Right, well there's the first part done. We'll now do the second part. And this has actually been pretty good, this one. I wasn't expecting it to be like this. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president does that? The whole time I didn't think to ask about how much of a and what are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need to make the 1 second, everyone. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But the poems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me? I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Weirdly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such paradox. It's unstable it's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things. But as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friends. I'm sorry I looked. I directed your... Oh, she basically went into her privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check it if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Okay. I understand that you don't want me to worry. And I think I'd be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But you can promise me something. Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is a literature club. It's a place where people can express themselves in a way... Sorry, wrong voice. It's a place where people can express themselves in a way that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, that's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that. That you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want you to be here. I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. Oh god, this is getting hard. I promise, if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closed, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? What about recruitment? It's fine. We have plenty of time for that. Right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know.
There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a socialite or anything.
That's fine. I think I just need like some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems.
Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you.
Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good.
It's not so surprising, too. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your...
What the hell was it? Okay. I can't read that word, sorry everybody.
Mind, on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. And then you can turn your feelings into a story. You can get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you do it from one end to the other. It's more like a college where you find all the things you want and then you arrange them into a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way, but it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I'll always get so caught up on how it sounds that I forget about what's actually important. Monica pulls out a pen and paper and starts writing on. Monica, stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out, you idiot, after she writes it down. No, keep it. But what? Why? What do you call it? Are you calling me an idiot? Of course not. But the point that you're writing not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just, well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica writes, you idiot. She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of fun how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for. Then I did the exact thing again. This is really going to take some getting used to. I believe you. I believe in you. Thanks, I do too. Me, I mean. But also, you, of course. Monica continues to express, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quiet and struggle to write without thinking it. But after a while, with Sayori's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly like poetry. Fairly lightly. Prepared with all of her random thoughts. Phew. Monica looks up and down her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. I can tell how hard you're trying to make me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'd enjoy doing. With you. Sayori beams. I'll stop here. But we still have time. Let's try work on a new flyer for the club. It won't be so picky about the language. Yay! Let's do it. Monica and Sayori proceed with their work. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not simply from their recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is first in the classroom. The first one to the classroom. With her is a printout of the received literature club flyer. Blech. Complete with all new ideas.
well, like I said, came up with. Oh, sorry, buddy. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. Oh. It's so much more attractive than the old one, but the new catchphrase is featured clearly in the center of the flyer. Write your way into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that you can usually write and discover themselves. Hopefully Monica and Sayori had thought that it would be enough to garner some courtesy from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meeting when she performed the writing experience. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't even dispose of what the club is? Oh, yeah, what the club is supposed to be about. The literature club is truly beginning to take form, but with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate club was always about rigging structure, formatting right points and counterpoints, and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It excited, eventually without her realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen finally against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Instead, the tiny dot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason she feels completed to run her finger across it. As she does so, the black ink streams across the paper, ruining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. Okay, I'm starting to get scared about this one. She creates a second similar. She creates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes. This is what I get for seeking. Oh, so they're the two pen stains. This is what I get for seeking perfection. A stain. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. The air conditioner seems louder today.
I'm here.
Hi. Monica hears Sayori approach her desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjustment desk. Bad sorry, wrong character.
Bad day?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. You too? The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard just to be vulnerable. Sayori takes the sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while.
Can I trust you?
Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sayori glazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sayori's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die.
Sayori!
Is this really, really hard? This is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me.
That's completely not true.
Sayori takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Not even now, my head is like screaming at me to stop.
Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday,
I want to. I just feel like, I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to the club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared. And those words, Monica stands up. Sayori must have taken days to work up the courage for this. Where Monica's own fluttered but genuine efforts actually must push that Sayori needed. Sayori deliberately breathes. Breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. Basically the aircon. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica writes in gentle silence. I have this poem. Sorry, wrong voice. I have this poem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. It's so much easier to just smile and help everyone else to be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if anyone knew about it, they would treat me the same they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I knew that because I used to be like that. Sayori pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my heart, inside my head, doesn't bring happiness or anything. Sayori pauses again. Her solemn expression makes her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this. But another part of me, I think, just left like it wouldn't be different this time. Hello there, welcome to the stream. Whenever we talk about what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just makes me feel like I could say it, confident in our relationship, in our friendship, doesn't have to change. It's so silly. The club is only 2 people, but it already means so much to me. Oh, bless her. Monica feels a tightening sensation in her heart. The feeling of connection to Sayori's emotions, relatable between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. You're so brave, Sayori. You're so strong and brave. I don't even compare. Monica steps forward. But if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy. If you'd like. Oh, bless her. Oh. Wordlessly and without a smile, Sayori rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Oh, bless him. Through their sorry, I keep messing this up. Monica can almost feel the torment of thoughts swinging in Sayori's head. And in the moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realized that all of the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You can say anything, I'll never judge you. I promise. Sayori breathes, begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying so hard as she can to start speaking, to say the things she once dread to say out loud. Finally she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless, and everyone would be better off without me. She suppressed a sob, and a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just in confidence to... Oh, I'm busy. She's a pain to everyone, bless her. I'm not good at anything. And it just feels like everyone just has to put up with me. I hate it. Am I using Monica's voice? I think I'm using Monica's voice here. The more Sayori speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to her own overwhelming sadness, clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away, and now it's making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sayori loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. She only wants to be what Sayori needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you. This is just being your friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows Sayori said it herself, and the thoughts Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong, and Monica can't magically make them go away. The more she can do is help Sayori battle them, like a good friend would. I'll say this, in my experience of these 33 years on this planet, I've been through this God knows how many times with friends, and they've all been male. Every single one of them. I'm not kidding. The way Monica and Sayori stood is the way that me and one of my friends was stood. He was crying so much that my white t-shirt literally had 2 wet stains on the shoulder where he put his face. And I know this might sound gay, but I'm not. And he's not. I actually cuddled him. I actually literally put my arms around him and said, "Come on, bro. Come on. You're fine. I'm here for you." And I was, 16 at the time? So I was in comprehensive school. I'd be where these 2 girls are. In secondary school. You have so much value. To me, and your other friends too. The club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really mean that. Your coming here was the best that could have ever happened, the best thing that could have ever happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what you brought here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sayori doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. Oh, bless her. You can tell she's going through some shit, like. And that's the thing as well. I'm just going to quickly say this while I'm doing this video, right, on this topic, right? Everybody goes through stuff differently, right? Us men nowadays, we can't show our emotions, we can't show our expressions, right? Who have we got to talk to? Nobody. But I'll say this, I'm one of these friends that anyone can come to and talk to, right? I'm basically a vault, right? You tell me something, it's getting locked away in me, and that's it. I'm one of these people that will take anything on, any emotions that anyone's got, I'll get them out of them. Because my friends feel that comfortable around me that they'll tell me anything. I've got friends in other countries that look up to me and talk to me about things. Even though I'm not face to face with them, I'm talking over them on my phone, my consoles. They'll talk back to me. They'll tell me what's going on. And all I need to do is listen to how they talk. Anyway, let's get back to this game. It's starting to bring up some stuff. The two shared their embrace for a while longer. Monica letting Sayori take as much time as she needs. Oh, bless her. Once her breathing steadied and her snuffles fully curse, Sayori lifts her head and wipes her eyes. Oh, bless her. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But over time, I'll make sure that things are always... I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that makes you happy. If that what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. You know, I'm sorry for bringing this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sayori nods.
It's scary. Since it's already so hard to tell people.
Yeah. Well, of course, it will always be your choice. But if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I can do my best to help you.
Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would.
Sayori suddenly yawns and stretches.
Whoa, that makes me tired. And hungry.
Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up to it.
No, I want to. I mean, I can say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy.
Monica smiles. Oh, bless her.
But I might want to get a snack first.
All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Oh, you kid me, is that it? Right then everybody, we shall leave that here for today. As by the looks of it, that is the trust part of the game. I've already done the main story, we're doing the side stories at the moment, so let's have a look, see if we've done both. Yep, we've done both. Tomorrow I will do the understanding part of the side game. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you have, leave a like, comment underneath what you thought. Also press that subscribe button and that bell notification button for any videos I may do in the near future, including finishing off this and also finishing off Necopara, which we'll be doing after we've done these. So hopefully you have a lovely day, and I'll catch you all back out there. Bye bye.